See, I updated the firmware of this camera, and the audio thing is different and not really any better. It's a little bit, it's better if you can see it, but because my camera is somewhat behind the rear view mirror, I can't actually see what the audio level is. However, it's still set on the same as it was, which, to be fair, is on the loud side, because I like just talking quietly to it. Right, so apart from Weaning Lamb's Day, this is the first time I've had the trailer on for ages. Because we don't really do much selling through the summer. Occasionally there's a couple of old cool cows or something, and I do have to actually. But I haven't got that many culls to go this time because we had a quite good clear out last year. But anyway, this isn't that. We're going to the Wombleton sheep sale. It's the only time I buy stock in the whole year. I buy 10 shearlings, and it'll be in the region of 150 quid, I would expect. So £1,500, or even it'll be more than that, more like, I bet it's near 1,700. Some years I think I don't really need 10, I could have done with 8 or maybe 15 instead. But they always tell them in 10s, very occasionally as an 8. Not it really matters, it's just, it just struck me more than once, it's mildly annoying actually. That you have to buy 10, or multiples of 10. The heather's about done, it has some colour there, doesn't it? But it was good this year. Earlier on, it started about a month ago. It started around about when you get some colour from the beginning of August, but the second week of August it gets going properly. Until about beginning of September, really. First week of September, which is the 14th now. It's really. It isn't done, but it's lost its colour because we had quite a heavy shower, 2 or 3 heavy showers actually. Made quite well, it sort of just speed up the loss of the flowers. A somewhat odd thing, the bell heather, which normally flowers early, that still has a few flowers on. See, it seems to last for quite a while when it's happening, but really you have to get out there and make the most of it, which I did. I've done quite a few nice shots of it this time, and but it's just nice to be out of it. If you're literally close to it, the scent of it is rather overlooked, to be honest. I mean, people do mention it, the smell of it, but it's almost kind of intoxicating. There's a lot less traffic than there has been anyway. I am just a bit curious whether this camera will conk out due to heat recording 4K. So I don't normally record 4K, not particularly because of the heat, but because there's no real lead. It's a bit daft, but I thought I'd just try it. Because it's quite just a bit of a different ride rather than just going to the markets and things. Sometimes it's just a nice, you know, say the leaves are turning and things, it can be nice, or it might even be a bit of snow or whatever, sunny day. But going to Wombleton, it's a bit different. Look how quickly the clouds are scudding over, you maybe can't see on them. I was toying with taking my big camera down here. I don't think anyone will particularly mind, but I think it's just a bit too much in your face. So I picked up my small one. Let's do a few little clips perhaps later on. I mean, I have rather more cameras than I know what to do with these days. I can't resist if something new comes out. I think about it and think about it, and then it might be 6 months later, but I might buy it, and then I end up with, well, duplication, to be frank. I have like more than one action camera, to say the least, and 2 different bigger cameras now. Dutchman! And I actually have 2 drones as well as I could use, but I only ever use one. That's the Mini 3 Pro. I haven't got that with me because it's fantastic. And the other one, technically, the bigger one, which is a bit, to be fair, it's getting a bit old now, is technically it's a better camera. It has more control over the camera, but the results are similar, to be fair. There's not much in it, but it's a big heavy thing which you have to when you carry it. They're Germans, the Germans of Hermans. Yes, I think they were. I was thought they were Swiss at first, actually. We're not sure now. It wasn't clear from the number plate. I still have one off-road bike thing I want to do this summer, in the summer in inverted comma, which I won't say on this channel, but because it's not entirely legal, but well, it would probably be best to go early one morning, which now means like 7 rather than 5. Well, it's light when it's light, because it's only like hour and a half. I've got the camera for it now. I said that this camera I'm using now is the most recent one, and I was waiting for some microphone muffs for it, which just help the audio. It's not actually essential, but using it on the bike to record essentially bike noise rather than voice, you kind of want them on. Why are they braking there? I think I'll try and get past them going down to a hill. That tree's going yellow fast. It always goes early, that one. And where's all this water in that road? They're going to have to do something with that, aren't they? put a sign out that says ice. What a mess the green is at Suddenly Earl. This comes up quite often on some of the Facebook channels. They shut the sheep out 20 years ago, I think now, and initially there was supposed to be a flock of sheep kept inside, but that's all died a death. So now there's all this dead old long grass, vaguely trimmed here and there. Some people mow a bit. What an eyesore it is, and it's really bad from a botany point of view, because there used to be, because it's quite limey in Unley, there used to be a lot of interesting little flowers in that green, but they've all gone. There might still actually be some seeds, and they might return if it was grazed again. I must admit, I don't particularly enjoy going out on my bike when it's hot. You think, you spend most of the winter thinking, "Ooh, won't it be nice when it's summer?" But in fact, the trouble is, you see, even if you're not going far, you have to wear at least a jacket and things, so you're relatively heavily dressed, which is sort of okay while you're actually on the bike. But if you stop anywhere, you've got to either carry all this stuff about or wear it and sweat your bollocks off. So this is much more suitable weather when it's like 15 degrees or something. And it's a bit quieter. That's another reason I don't like. I wouldn't dream of going, say, to Helmsley Castle or something in August, because it's absolutely swarming with kids off school and things. Oh, they are actually working there, doing block paving on the driveway. We did have a problem with the side lights on this trailer I've got on now. Everything was working on the back. Would you call them marker lights on the side? Anyway, like side lights on that indicate that it's a somewhat wider thing. They'd been a bit iffy for a while, most of last winter. Sometimes I seemed to come on when you wiggled the connector. So I was kind of blaming the connector. But we investigated it a few weeks ago now, after I'd been weaning lambs. That's when I particularly was reminded that it was still doing it. But anyway, what it was, at the front of the trailer, behind the triangular shaped metal frame, there's a box of connections, rather. They aren't fuses, just like the sort of connector box. Must be Sutton Bank's refurbishment or something. Nearly every year they go down there and just make sure there's no loose rocks and things. It takes about a week. They might be cutting trees as well, because a lot of ash dieback. If you put in Google Maps this destination, it tells you to go through the village of Wombleton, but I wouldn't do that. You're better off following the signs that say to the sale, if you didn't know the way. People do drive funny. What? Like this car in front, he keeps going up to that van, then braking, and he's not doing it now. That's what I said. But they're just weird. I hope whether they're impatient or just not paying attention. I think that must be another way to get into the school place. There is a sign there that says to the sale, but you come on it rather suddenly, don't you? That little yellow one on the right. And that's the main entrance to the school, I assume. Well, that pickup and trailer that was following me down Blakey, straight behind me again now. It's a nice Uzo as well. this is the old airfield. Now, they're still quite particular. You mustn't go beyond this rope line with the yellow flags on, because technically that can still be used as an emergency runway. I don't think it ever will be, but it could be.